Hey there, have you ever wondered why you keep making the same choices day after day without even thinking about it? You reach for that same coffee order, take the same route to work, or even pick the same type of friends. Well, there are many hidden reasons why people struggle with their decisions in life, and it turns out psychology holds the key. In this video, we're diving deep into psychological facts that secretly control your daily decisions without you realizing it. These aren't just random theories. They're backed by science and they affect every single one of us. Let's kick things off with fact number 1, anchoring bias. This is when your brain latches onto the first piece of information it hears and lets that number or idea control everything that comes after. Picture this, you're shopping for a new phone and the salesperson says it normally costs $900, but today it's only $600. Suddenly, $600 feels like an amazing deal, even if you didn't need the phone in the first place. That first high number became your anchor and quietly steered your decision without you noticing. Fact number 2 is the availability heuristic. Your brain loves to judge how likely something is based on how easily examples pop into your mind. After watching too many plane crash stories on the news, you might feel flying is super dangerous, even though driving to the airport is statistically way riskier. Those vivid images from the headlines become shortcuts that quietly shape your travel decisions every single day. Fact number 3, loss aversion. We hate losing something way more than we enjoy gaining the exact same thing. That's why you'll drive across town to save $20 on a jacket, but won't bother for a $20 bonus at work. Your brain treats the pain of losing that money as twice as powerful as the pleasure of winning it. This sneaky bias controls everything from your shopping habits to how long you stay in a bad relationship. Fact number 4 is confirmation bias. This one makes you search for and believe information that already matches what you think is true. You scroll past 10 articles that disagree with your opinion, but stop and share the one that says you're right. It feels good to be validated, so your brain keeps feeding you only the evidence that supports your existing views. Over time, this quietly shapes your politics, your friendships, and even the career path you choose to stick with. Fact number 5 hits close to home for a lot of us. Decision fatigue. After making too many choices in a day, your brain gets tired and starts taking the easy way out. That's why you're more likely to grab unhealthy snacks or impulse buy after a long day of meetings and tough calls. Your willpower isn't endless, and once it's drained, even simple decisions feel overwhelming. This explains why so many successful people wear the same outfit every day. Fact number 6 is the sunk cost fallacy. This trick makes you keep pouring time, money, or energy into something just because you've already invested so much in it. Think about that gym membership you never use but refuse to cancel because you've paid for 6 months already. Or staying in a movie that's terrible because you've already sat through an hour of it. Your brain hates feeling like the investment was wasted, so it forces you to throw good effort after bad. Fact number 7, the Dunning Kruger Effect. This is when people with limited knowledge in something overestimate how good they are at it. Meanwhile, the real experts tend to underestimate their own abilities because they know how much they still don't know. You've probably seen it in action when that one friend who barely cooks swears their recipe is better than any restaurant. Or when a beginner investor thinks they've cracked the stock market after one lucky win. Fact number 8 is social proof. We look to what other people are doing to decide what's correct or safe. That's why a restaurant with a long line outside instantly seems better than the empty one across the street. Even if the food is average, the crowd makes you believe it must be great. This same force influences everything from which products we buy to which opinions we adopt online. Fact number 9 is the framing effect. The exact same information can lead to completely different decisions depending on how it's presented to you. Would you rather have a surgery with a 90% survival rate or one with a 10% mortality rate? Most people pick the first option, even though both numbers describe the exact same risk. Marketers and politicians use this all the time to nudge your choices in the direction they want. Fact number 10, the endowment effect. Once you own something, you suddenly value it way more than if you didn't own it. That's why people refuse to sell their old car for a fair price, but happily buy the exact same model used for less. Or why you keep that ugly sweater in your closet just because it was a gift. Your brain attaches extra emotional value the moment something becomes yours. Fact number 11 is choice overload. When there are too many options, your brain gets overwhelmed and often ends up choosing nothing at all. You felt this in the grocery store, staring at 20 different kinds of toothpaste, then walking away without buying any, or scrolling Netflix for 40 minutes and finally watching the same show you've seen before. Paradoxically, more choices can leave you less satisfied with whatever you finally pick. Fact number 12 is the halo effect. When one positive trait about someone influences your entire opinion of them. You meet an attractive person who smiles at you, and suddenly you assume they're also kind, smart, and trustworthy. Or you buy a product from a celebrity you admire and believe it must be high quality. This mental shortcut can lead to some pretty unfair judgments in dating, hiring, and everyday interactions. Fact number 13 is the mere exposure effect. The more you're exposed to something, the more you tend to like it. That annoying song on the radio starts sounding pretty good after you've heard it 20 times. Or that new coworker you didn't like at first slowly becomes someone you enjoy having around. This is why brands repeat their ads constantly, and why familiarity often beats quality in our daily decisions. Fact number 14 is the IKEA effect. You place way more value on things you helped create or assemble yourself. That wobbly bookshelf you built from the flat pack feels like a masterpiece, even if it leans a little to the left. Meanwhile, you'd never pay full price for the exact same one already put together at the store. This bias explains why we love our own ideas, our own cooking, and our own half-finished projects so much. And finally, fact number 15, the default effect. People are much more likely to stick with whatever option is presented as the default. That's why most of us never change the preset settings on our phones or computers, or why companies make organ donation opt-in instead of opt-out and get way fewer donors. These tiny defaults quietly steer millions of daily decisions without us ever noticing the nudge. So there you have it, 15 powerful psychological facts that have been quietly controlling your daily decisions all along. From the way you shop and eat to the friends you keep and the risks you avoid, these hidden forces are always at work. The good news is that once you become aware of them, you can start catching yourself in the moment. You can pause, question your first instinct, and maybe make choices that actually serve you better. Understanding these biases won't make them disappear completely, but it definitely gives you more control over your life. And here's the thing, a lot of people struggle with decisions in life because these invisible forces are pulling the strings behind the scenes. The more you recognize them, the less power they have over you. Next time you're about to make a quick choice, just ask yourself, am I being influenced by one of these biases right now? It only takes that small moment of awareness to start changing how you decide things every single day. So tell me in the comments, which one of these 15 facts surprised you the most? Which of these psychological facts surprised you the most? Or maybe you've noticed one of them playing out in your own life lately. Drop your thoughts or personal stories down in the comments. I read every single one and love hearing what resonates with you. And if there's a specific psychology topic or hidden bias you want me to break down next, just let me know. Thanks so much for watching. Hit that like button if you learned something new today, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, and remember, the more aware you become, the freer your decisions get to be.